Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Mike Coppage here. I apologize that it's been a while since I made a video. My mom's been in the hospital. She'll be home on Monday, which is great, and I appreciate all your support in that matter. I'm here today to talk about the Manny Tigers, who were the Class 2A state runners-up last year. And I talked to Coach Curtis about their prospects for this upcoming season. And there are two guys who stand out first and foremost when you talk about Manny. You got the quarterback Xavier Dias, who's committed to the Raging Cajuns. One interesting thing to note with Dias is that he was listed as a Raging Cajuns commit at 3 different times. He never decommitted from the Cajuns. He committed back in March, but then different reporters brought it to the table at 2 different junctures later on. And so he had already been committed to the Cajuns. It wasn't new news, so to speak. So I just want to clear that up. He never decommitted from the Cajuns. He was just listed as a new commitment at a couple of later dates. But he'll be a quarterback for Manny. He's going to play defensive back for Coach Hudspeth in Lafayette. And he made a lot of big plays last year, not just at quarterback, but I believe he blocked the game-winning kick against Loreauville, a very controversial play in the semifinals down here last year. He'll lead the Manny offense, which is a run-oriented offense, and they have a huge offensive line by 2A standards. It's led, of course, by Garrett Thomas, the 6'6" University of Texas commit, and he'll be joined by players such as offensive guard Jonathan Miller, who is 280 pounds, and another 280 to 300 pounder in Hunter Dubois, who is the son of Sonia Colston, who Sonia was quite an athlete at Manny back in her day. So Manny, of course, will be very strong on the offensive line again. Jess says they have a 3-headed monster at running back in the form of Kelvin Gozy and James Carhey and Kentrell Maxey. I'm not sure about the height and weight of Maxey, but Gozy and Carhey are both a couple of short slasher types who definitely have the prospect or possibility of getting lost in the middle of that huge offensive line, and they'll be able to maybe just dart in and out and burst into the clear because they're so short. They're listed around 5'4" and 5'6" respectively. Jess says that Xavier Dias has a younger brother, sophomore Isaiah Smith, who's a wide receiver that they're looking to go to this year. Smith is a 6'1" sophomore, as I said, and also Jess says that the defense will have Jamaris Newton, who is a 300-pounder on the front line. They also have first-team All-State defensive end Pepe Kennedy Jr., and he's a senior, but I believe his father, Pepe Kennedy Sr., was a classmate and teammate of mine back in 1988 at Manny High School. And Pepe, the father, was a wide receiver on our team, and he was also the starting center on our state championship basketball team. And so Pepe Kennedy will lead the defensive line along with Jamaris Newton. And Jess says they also have a defensive back, a 6'1" player named Cornelius Smart, who had 3 interceptions last year for Manny. So the first game is against Winfield, which is a big traditional rival for Manny. Last year, Manny beat Winfield by 1 point. It wasn't that long ago that Winfield made it to the state finals against John Curtis. And that game will be at Winfield this year. That'll be a knockdown, drag-out affair. Manny has an opening scrimmage against South Beauregard. I believe they have St. Mary's in the Jamboree. The schedule is very winnable for Manny. They should come into the playoffs with a very high seed. And I think the key for Manny will be, there's no doubt they can run the football. The question will be, how well will they be able to pass the ball? And on defense, I know if they lost some players, how well will they be able to replace those players? Because I know they kept most teams in single digits, and I believe they only gave up 9 points per game last year. So Manny will be a team to watch in the 2A playoffs and possibly the state championship again this year. The school is still looking for its first state championship in its history. They went to the finals last year, and in 1988, my senior year. I was an offensive tackle, number 70, on that team, and the head coach, Jess Curtis, was a tight end, number 85, who played right alongside me on the left side of the offensive line, and he was also my next door neighbor. So if you want to know anything about Manny High School, then I'm the person you can call, because I can find out. So with that being said, I appreciate you watching. I'm going to be back with more videos and such, more info, as be predicting games, talking about players. Keep in touch. Hit me up on my Facebook with anything you want to hear me talk about. I appreciate you watching so much. Have a great day. Have a blessed weekend. God bless you. Thank you for watching.